Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report because without you guys, this season would be unbearable. I have you guys that I can lean on, talk to, and share my emotions with. It seems like everything in the world is trying to work against our Cowboys. I'm not ready to give up on the season. But one thing we do need to have happen is we need the Carolina Panthers to beat the Eagles tonight. We don't want them starting out 5-1 and having some momentum, feeling like they beat a real team now. And it's tied up 10-10 at the half. The worst thing about Zeke Elliott's suspension, I don't know if any of you guys realized or thought about this. I don't think any of the talking heads have said this yet. But here's the really bad news about Zeke being suspended. No, it's not the fact that he is being suspended for 6 games. That's going to hurt. That's really going to hurt our Cowboys. But I think we can survive because Zeke has only been averaging about 3.7 yards a carry, down from his 5.1. It's not like we have the same Zeke Elliott we had last year. However, you still have to worry about him. Now, hopefully, Darren McFadden, Ron Smith, and Alfred Morris will be able to take up the slack. In fact, we've seen Alfred Morris look pretty good so far in the limited carries he's had. So the team may be okay. I think our offense isn't predicated just on Zeke Elliott. It is a balanced offense with the passing and with Dak being the wild card. I believe that our defense will play better with Sean Lee back as well as having David Irving on the defense. I still believe that we're going to go 10-6 and still have a good chance to make the playoffs and still win the division. However, here is the bad news for you guys. The really bad news is, with Zeke Elliott being suspended for 6 games, regardless of how the Dallas Cowboys do, we can probably go 4-12, or we can go 9-7 and make the playoffs. It won't matter. What this has done is now ensured that Jason Garrett will be back next year. He's got a built-in excuse. Hey, we didn't have Zeke Elliott for 6 games. How do you expect me to win? Because when we had a 4-12 season where we had 3 quarterbacks that could only win 1 out of 11 games, and we had to have Deshaun Jackson run backwards, fumble the ball on his own 6-yard lines, kick a field goal to win. He didn't get fired on that season. His built-in excuse was Tony Romo was hurt. I'm not expected to win without Tony Romo. Well, Jason Garrett now has an excuse. Didn't have Zeke Elliott. That more than anything else is what's going to drive me crazy. Because I believe all of these years, part of our problems and issues go back to coaching. I'm not saying all of them are. Some of it's personnel. Some of it's been injuries. But you can't have your coaching staff being the reason why you keep losing in big games. The coaching needs to be perfect. It's not like they had physical injuries. It's not like they fumble the ball. They just need to be able to make adjustments, be able to call plays, and put players in a position to win and motivate them. And more times than not, we've seen our team come out flat after the halftime. We've seen our team not make adjustments at halftime. We've seen problems with clock management and play calling and being too vanilla and predictable. That's not on the players, guys. That's on coaching. And I'm here to tell you that we are going to end up having this all year, and we're going to have it next year. That, to me, is the worst news about Zeke Elliott being suspended. But it is what it is, and we'll just have to look at each game week by week. That's football for you, friends. I'm Mark Holmes. Jobu, he needs a refill. In fact, I'm betting that all of you need a refill. We'll be talking about this definitely tomorrow night, live streaming 9 o'clock Eastern. See you then.